Hi, Scorpio, and welcome to your first of two Zodiac Taroscope readings for the month of March. Okay, we are not doing a particular topic today. We are just using my Kyle Gray decks, and I've got 5 or 6 of them, and we're going to just go through and get whatever messages Spirit wants to give us, okay? The decks are Angel Guide, Angels and Ancestors, which is this one, Keepers of the Light, Archangels, the Divine or Ascendant Masters, the Angel Prayer decks, beautiful cards, lots of great messages. But this card here that I'm going to pull first could be your overall energy for March. It may just tie into the reading, advice, and guidance. It could be something you're going through now. So remember, Sun, Moon, Rising. If you have Scorpio, Sun, Moon, Rising, or Venus in Scorpio, you can look at this from a relationship perspective, okay? From platonic through to love. But let's get started because the readings have been really great. So I'm enjoying this change up a bit for you. Eagle. See from a higher perspective. The eagle comes in as one of the warrior symbols, okay? And so I like to say with these symbols, what I am getting is, if you see an eagle, that could be your sign or synchronicity if you're asking for something. If you're trying to see things broader, more down the line, what would if I do this now, what is the consequence down the line? Just seeing things, when you're higher up, you have a broader perspective of everything. You can see further. So that's what they want you to do, okay? That is kind of, maybe you're trying to do that right now in some area of your life and you're finding it difficult. Don't give up. Keep trying, okay? Keep trying. Just, you keep trying to see things from a broader, higher perspective, and you will eventually. It takes practice because a lot of times, Scorpio, we get stuck in our own right here, right now, in this little area when we should be looking at everything, but yet here we are. They want you looking everywhere. So let's get a card, see if we can get any more on this, or that could be your message. I've also been saying in the readings, this one just flipped over, Scorpio, is that I'm going to be pulling different decks here, confirming with tarot. Look, this could have been your message. Your message might not come to the last set of cards I pull, so stick around, okay? Because sometimes it all ties together tightly, sometimes it's loosely, and sometimes it's just a bunch of individual messages for individual Scorpios. Out came the Knight of Swords here with Kali Ma, facing fear. All right. Major spiritual changes are unfolding. This is your chance to soar. Are we not talking about the eagle right here? What are the okay, I won't, I love how this works. That's all I'm going to say. I love how this works. Knight of Swords, getting clear. That Knight of Swords is very clear about the action that he wants to take because he's taking action. Sword on the top, sword in hand. He is heading out, okay? He is heading out, and he is very ambitious. He wants to succeed at whatever it is he's going out to do. He's kind of fast moving and fast thinking. That's why he needs to be clear here with the swords energy. He may be going out and facing his fears, but he's clear about the fact that he's going out and facing his fears. And I think that is kind of like, so to speak, a step in the right direction. If you're going out to face your fears and you're fearful about it, probably not going to be as successful. But if you're going out here like a Knight of Swords and you are clear and you're taking action and you know why you're doing it, helps you to face the fear a little more. But I love, for some of you, maybe there are some major spiritual changes that are unfolding. For a lot of you, it ties right back into you being the eagle and soaring above and seeing everything. If this has to do with people, places, things, a situation, an event, you're seeing the whole game board here, okay? That's what I want to say. That's also what they want you to see. Okay, Scorpio, let's keep going. All right, let's keep going here. What else do they have? Expect miracles. Major spiritual changes are unfolding. For some of you, it may be something that you have been working towards. You've been putting the hard work in, and it is going to start unfolding here, okay? And for others of you, it may be a wonderful miracle that's coming through. And why? Because you're willing to put, I always say, Spirit, who is God, Source, Universe, whomever it is for you, one word's easier. If you've been putting the work in and you've been asking them for help and they've been helping on their end, the miracle's going to come through. When you least expect it, I want to say, it's going to make you extremely happy. It's really going to light something up in your life, I want to say as well. I love this, the World card coming out. It can even, maybe this miracle is the ending of something for you, okay? Good or bad. If it's an ending of something good, that means you get to move on to something else because you no longer are carrying this, even if it is good. And if it's bad, well, just thank heavens, right? Like, it's finally ending. The miracle has happened. It's finally ending, and you can put it to bed and you can move on from it. Scorpio, expect a miracle, okay? Don't be waiting on it every day. Oh, is it today? It's going to happen when you least expect it. Put it out of your mind. And when it happens, you remember this reading and say, aha, thank you, Spirit. Message received loud and clear. Okay, so I'm loving this for you. Let's get another card here. I like doing the messages like this sometimes because it just... You know what? It's just kind of fresh. We're not asking about anything in particular. We're just allowing Spirit and all these angel decks and the angels to come through and speak, okay? The animal spirits, in this case, to come through and speak. Archangel Jophiel, trust the unfolding. There is no wrong path, only choices that take you closer to or further from love. I know it sounds cliche to say love is what makes the world go round, but let's really think about that in today's age, Scorpio. With everything going on in the world and so much division and separation, you this, they that. What if we all just did come together in love and allowed it to be the leader? Right? That's one message. The other is there is no wrong path. I want to say it's just you can make some wrong choices. We all do. We have free will. We're human beings, Scorpio. It's okay. Sometimes we make the choice that takes us to what it is that we need to be doing or away from what it is that we need to be doing. Okay? But let's get a tarot. And that one just came out. The Nine of Pentacles. If we want to see success and our own success, because that's what the Nine of Pentacles is, it's like, hey, you did it. You did it yourself. Doesn't mean you didn't have help from people or guidance or, you know, whatever along the way, but you worked hard, you put the work in, and you succeeded. So I want to say it's almost like when you can see things from the higher perspective, Scorpio, it's going to help you to make the right choices to navigate your life and to get to the Nine of Pentacles where, hey, I've just been successful. Almost to the end where you get to start all over again, right? Because the 10 is, whoa, I am successful. I've brought this abundance in. Maybe it's things, maybe it's a job, maybe it's just a feeling of satisfaction, maybe it's money. It will be different for different people, okay? But I love that message because it's like if you're willing to go out like the Knight of Swords and take your chance to soar and maybe the miracle's happening. It helps you to soar. You know, you can see how these can tie together as well as be individual messages. And that's what I love about these readings, okay? So, you know what? Call on Archangel Jophiel to help you. If you feel stuck or at a crossroads, okay, and you're not sure, shoot. Which way do I go? If you're unable to see it from the higher perspective, if you're not quite clear about it, and look, trusting your intuition to make decisions takes practice and time, okay? In the meantime, ask Spirit, ask Archangel Jophiel, ask Kali Ma to step in. And, you know, because you may have that fear of going down choosing the wrong path. But Jophiel's saying there is no wrong path. We just will make a choice that takes us further away, which means we may have to turn around and get back on and go right back down it again. I want to call that when it's even learning lessons, right? You have the opportunity to learn the lesson, and you don't choose that opportunity. You kind of ignore it. Again, Scorpio, I am one. We all do that too. And then we go, gosh, dang it. There was a lesson there and I ignored it. I knew better, but I didn't do it. And now I'm going to have to repeat that until I learn it, embrace it, and move past it, right? We all go through that stuff. Let's get another message here. Holy Grail. Wow. That's the cup of all cups. Wow, wow. Inner discovery, finding sacredness. Major spiritual changes are unfolding. Expect miracles. Make wise, good choices because you're seeing it from a higher perspective, and you can. You are what you seek. I feel like that's what it's saying to you is you have all that knowing from within. If you're able to face your fears, embrace those changes that are happening, you know, go with the flow when the miracle's happening, and just being wise, you know, trying to do things that are right, not just for you, but for everyone involved. It's all within you to do that. It's whether we choose to or not. Everything is a choice. And I love that this talks about choices. They either take you further from or closer to, and that's anything in your life, right? We understand this, we know this, and it's all within us to make the right choices. The Hermit. Sometimes we may have to take a little time out. We may have to be like the sloth here and just hang out for a little bit and, you know, really think about it, meditate on it, pray about it. Whatever it is that you do, connect to Spirit, however you connect, and try to get I love it, inner discovery, the inner wisdom, right? The inner wisdom for it. We may have to do that to find the Holy Grail in the situation or the person, whatever it is, in ourselves. But we take the time and we hermit away and we go in and we find the bright light. Because this is super bright and golden. And see, he's carrying the little star here on his chest, going within. Love that message. Do not be afraid to go within. Okay, let's get, whoa, that's too many. Let's get another card here before we do our very last card. And let's see what other messages they have. Bridget. We've had a lot of repeat cards in these messages, you guys. Like, it's been crazy. And you know, I shuffle and you see the way I choose. So it's so interesting. Here it is. You need to go out and face your fear. Saint Bridget, Goddess Bridget, inner fire, right? Inner discovery. Discover your inner fire, okay? Because let your passion lead you to your purpose. Light that heart space up. Look how it's gold. Here, his heart space. This is gold. Light your inner fire. What are you going to get fired up about? It could be anything that we've talked about here, okay? Maybe you need to get fired up. Did I say it? To face your fear? I don't know. But here's the thing. If you need to get fired up and get after your passion, call on St. Bridget. Call on Goddess Bridget. Okay? Ask her to come in and help you along with Spirit. Okay, ask her to help you light your fire so you can see things from a higher perspective. Strength. Have the strength and courage. This is like a big polar bear here. Have the strength and courage to do it. If this brings you to the end of a cycle, that means a new cycle needs to begin. Have the strength and courage. Maybe the new cycle is you finding your purpose, your holy grail, right? Get out there and get after it. Okay? I mean, there isn't a better message than that. I feel like that's what the Bridget message is here. Get out there and get after it, all right? Be courageous. Be confident. Ties back to here again. Ties back to here about, you know, making choices. Be courageous. Be confident about the choices that you're making. And if you realize that you've made the wrong choice and you're heading the opposite direction, turn yourself around and go right back, okay? I know these things are easier said than done sometimes, Scorpio, but they can be done. You may have to do it in baby steps, and that's okay too. Look, trust your vibes. Again, that heart space right there, but and in green, I love that. But trust your vibes. How does it feel? You know, you think you've made the right decision, and we'll make wrong ones. We will. You start down the path, and then you're like, ooh, this is not feeling right. Trust that vibe. Trust that instinct. Maybe try to pop up and see it from a higher perspective. Take a little time so you can see it from the higher perspective, Scorpio. And it says, thank you, angels. Today I choose, everything's a choice, to trust my intuition and your guidance. Let them guide you. Keep your ego out of it, or allow that ego, right, your logic and rational thought, to work with your intuition and your vibes. Scorpio, this is your message. I hope that you enjoyed it. I hope that one or all of these resonated for you. Remember, there's going to be a short and sweet out towards the end of the month, and there's a ton of other videos you can watch this month. So pop in and watch some of them. You know what? Even if you haven't watched, you know, there's going to be a St. Patrick's Day one. Go in and watch it. It's a pick a card. Go to the pile that you feel drawn to. There could be a message in there for you somewhere. All right. Thank you for being here, and I will see you in the next reading. Bye-bye.